What's up, YouTube? Jordo here. And there's not a lot of good videos out there talking about like meta builds and like why people make a video and they'll say, oh, use this is the best backend build in the game, and but they don't tell you why they do what they do, and they don't give you options. They show you one, and it's like I know people like to be different and all that. So um, this video today, man, I'm gonna show y'all three different backend builds, and they're all good. They're all defensively strong, but they all got different play styles, and they all got their different. They got their different things that make them what they are. So we're gonna start off with my back end build. Um, I play a little bit different style back end for sure than other people. Like I am a back end that. I'm good at playing the corner and helping out in the paint and all that, but like it has offensive abilities too. To make things happen. It ain't really just sitting in the corner waiting for the ball like a good boy. It's just not that type of build. But the other back end that my boy uses is another good one, and then I'm gonna show you all the compy comp one. So I have three builds for you here today. They're all gonna be at the power forward. So mine is 6'10", 2. Oh, actually, I think I'm going 234. And we do that because we want the that 92 rebound. Because I think 92 rebound is enough this year on the back end. I just think people don't miss that many shots this year. For one, and a lot of people are playing 7-4s, and just the way the game is, like 92 rebounds enough, especially if you got the speed to get in and out of there. So that's why I kind of make the build this way. I also do it because you could put, what I mean, like red rebound chaser is elite. You could just put +2 on that or +1 on your badge boost and get it the same, and it works the same. I'm telling you, I use this build and I'm averaging almost triple double on this build, for real. And then I'm also still getting like 2, 3 steals and blocks a game. Like it's a good build, man. It gets the job done, and it can do everything. Build just is better. It's a more fun build, and it fits in a lot more game modes. You know what I mean? Like I can go play this in the park. I can go play this with any kind of lineup. I could run this at the 5. I could run it at the 3. It just gives you a lot of options on this build. And this isn't the most defensive heavy back end, but it gets the job done. And I mean, like when I say gets the job done, I mean it does a great job. Like it's not really a problem. I don't ever sit here like, oh, I wish I got that steal. I actually feel like I get more steals on this build, which is crazy, than my lock with a 99 steal. Like, not when I'm sitting in the lane. When you're sitting in the lane, you're getting everything with interceptor real high. You know what I mean? But when you're just like chilling and you're closing out, or you're reading the lane, jumping it. I think because the wingspan and the height on this build is so big, it just reaches into every lane. I do have my cap breaker, or not my cap breaker, my attribute. Jesus, let's restart that sentence. I do have my badge booster on this build on my interceptor. So I do have Hall of Fame interceptor on this build. I need to put the damn badges up for y'all. So I'll go back over this real quick. We're going to 84 close shot, get it in the paint, 87 driving dunk because we want that posterizer silver one to get that vertical up. 81 standing dunk for rise up, 77 post control for all them silver post control badges. 87 mid range because we want that shifty shooter, and 83 for limitless. I have 86 free throw. That's just what I went with. You could bump that down if you want a couple more points, but we'll look at that. I think when I'm making a build for 5s though, like for me the main thing is I'm trying to really be able to knock down my free throws. You know what I mean? I have 71 interior. 70 is enough. So, but I just have it at 71 because I think I had points left over. But I'll make it for you all the way I made it. So in the order I made it. So we do go 80 perimeter for off-ball pest on gold. I do +1 that also because it's a secondary badge. So I have a Hall of Fame off-ball pest. Makes it hard for people to cut. 73 steal for that silver interceptor. I have it on Hall of Fame. And then the 88 block, and then you'll see why we're gonna max out that speed in Excel or in Agility. And 77, 71, it might seem slow, but on a 6'10, it is not. You are faster than all the other dudes around you. Especially any other bigs. And if you get stuck on a 7-footer, he can, even a 7'4", I get stuck at the 5 sometimes when I hop in random rack by myself, and I can contest 7'4s. I can D them up. But we do go to 83 strength, 83 vertical. We do that for Pogo. And then for the possibility to get that high flying denier up. Um, Strength, I just go up for I like that brick wall, but you could go to 82 if you don't want brick wall. I think the higher strength attribute, you get more swim moves, but we'll go 82 just for now, just to show you what I'm talking about. I do go 87 D rebound, and I use my first 5 cap breakers on that. But what I'm gonna do here is probably just do what I did. Yeah, I'm gonna go 83 strength, and then we'll just put up that interior D at 71. I mean, you could put that all rebound up to 63. It's whatever you want to do, but I just do 71. Interior D give you a little bit more ability to contest in the paint. And so this is the back end that I be running. I really don't have problems with it playing defense. As you can see, it's a great defensive build. It's not maybe the craziest lockdown perimeter defender, but you're not really guarding the ball handler anyways on a back end, right? So why do you need that high ass perimeter D? An 80 is enough. And, you know, I mean, some of these other builds will have higher defensive stats. So hang around if this isn't the build for you, but this build can do everything. Especially, I'm going to show you the cap breakers here in a second, but edge enforcing 3-level scorer, Anthony Davis, Evan Mobley, Sharif Abdur Rahim. And, I mean, it has no weaknesses, right? Even 2K is telling you this build's OG. Let me go into the cap breakers now for y'all.
Okay, I don't need yes men right now. I need you to be honest. Actually, I'm trying to go hoop in the city for a little bit. But hey,
Zero at the cap breakers, and for anybody wondering, being 6'10 and having that 87 mid range, you do get the Jokic animations for the shooting animations, and I don't know if you're using them or if most people, if you know about the Jews, you know about it, you use them. But if you don't know about the Jokic animations, they are the best in the game. They're uncontestable almost all the time. And when they do get contested, man, it's like 10%, and you shoot just like normal. You don't even feel any difference in the jump shot. But with the cap burgers, what I'm doing here, first 5 is going to deep rebound to get that to a 92. After that, I mean, it's all up to you. I'm eventually going to get a 93 block on this build, but what I've been using my cap breakers for, or what I'm going to be using them for when my crew gets back up to level 40, because I joined a new crew. Um, I was in a lower level crew with my boys and stuff, and like we weren't playing enough. And I was, I just need to go get to the level 30 and get my cap burgers. I don't care. So I joined a crew. I got to be in for 7 days. I'm going ball handle speed with ball in this build. If you want to get the 85, 86 3 ball, that's cool for you. If you want to get the 92 dunk, 90 dunk, 89 for Area Wizard Hall of Fame, you can't get the 93, so you can't get gold posterizer. But if you want to do that, you can get the 88 dunk. You can go mess around with the build, do whatever you want to do. But for me, I'm probably gonna focus on ball handle speed with ball because it does get 59 plus 8 is 67. So it gets a 73 ball handle, and then it also gets a 67 speed with ball. So again, it doesn't get the 68 speed with ball, but we had to go up on the weight a little bit to get the 92 rebound. Again, it's a back-end build, so you don't even really need all that. But if you want to unlock that later in the game and you get more cap breakers, good on you. It also does not get 79 steel just to do with the wingspan and everything, but I want to be able to shoot. You can all certainly edit this build and make it your own, but I love this build. This is my most fun build. And I tell you, I get way too many steals. Way too many steals. More than I should. I get ones where I'm a lot of position and I hit exit at the right time and I just jump through a lane. It's crazy. It blocks out the gym. It horses up to the top of the backboard. It's crazy. So this is a great build. Let me get to that next back end for y'all. All right, so here we are at that second back end, and I had made this video the other day, and I was gonna post it, but I had made two 6.8s in my 610, and my boy, he was making a back end build, and I was helping him out making that, and I realized that if you don't do the 6.8 build, and I'm gonna show you the third one, the full defensive one, you can have a very good 6.9 build. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna get that wingspan up. We want the 83 3 ball, and we want to get the speed and stuff up because we only want a 92 rebound. And I'll show you why we're doing that again, but what we do here is we're going to start. I don't remember exactly what I made it, so we'll do 85, 85 for now. I'm pretty sure I go 87 perimeter D to get the off-ball pass Hall of Fame, but let me just double check on that before we get into it. 88 block. It's a backhand. It needs to get block. And again, 87 rebound. It goes up to a 92. We're going to max out the speed and agility. We go 80, 85 strength, and then 83 vertical. He gets an 83 3 ball, and that is enough to shoot. That is plenty to shoot. I don't believe we gave it much pass hack. I did give it an 87 driving dunk and a 75 layup. I can't remember what else we put up. So I'm looking. I think I went with I maxed out that old rebound, I think. And then I went with the 74 interior just to be able to, get that post lockdown. I believe we went 86 there, and then we put up layup to an 80, and I think I got 84 close shot. I think 84 close shot. Okay. I think I did 73. I didn't give him any post control. I'm just looking to see what I did here because it's gonna take me a second to remember. I did go 87 perimeter D though, to get that off-ball Hall of Fame right off the rip. And I'm just trying to remember exactly what else I put on it. I might have a picture over here, so give me 1 second to make sure that I make this build the right way. Because I don't want to give y'all a busted build. but I can't exactly remember what else we put on it. But this is the gist of the build, so I'm just gonna go ahead and finish it out the way that I want to. It's pretty damn close to what he has. It's no pass ag, no ball handle. So what you're getting the rebounds, but you're giving it right to the guard or the big, someone else to sling the ball up. And I think we went, yeah, this is what we did. So we just went 80 free throw. Yeah, so it's 87 driving dunk. So we get the silver posterizer, gold aerial wizard. We get the layup. We can finish in the paint. We get that 73 close shot for paint prodigy bronze. We do get all the shooting badges at bronze. And I have him +2 his dead eye to gold, and he does not get contested on this build. It's tall. It's got the wingspan, so it's a good shooter. Doesn't have much playmaking ability, but again, you can add to that with Capbreakers if you want to do that. Again, he +1s his Interceptor Hall of Fame. You could +2 that to red if you want that. With 88 block, 87 perimeter D, 74. It's a good defensive build. It gets the 92 rebound. First 5 Capbreakers on D rebound. Non-negotiable, right? And then we got the 85 strength because we don't really care about brick wall, but we don't want silver Umbu Force. We're gonna go for the gold, and then I have him up that to red. Maybe he could switch. Maybe he switch it to purple, but I like it on red. I think Movable Enforcer is broken this year. And then again, we do that 83 vertical because we want that pogo, and then we want that ability to get the 92 block, right? So and then we can we got a lot of O boards on this build, so that's why this one is a little weaker defensively than the 6'8", but we get the way higher rebound, and we're a little taller, and we can still do everything else. We can score in the paint, and we can be a shooter, so we have the ability to score from all parts of the floor. We're just not a great playmaker on this build, but again, on a back end, you're not really going to be. So let's take this to the Capbreakers. So we get Josh Smith, Anthony Davis, Evan Mobley. That's going to be the same thing for most of these, just because it's at the 4, and it's a good all-around build. Edge enforcing rim runner. That's the same name he got. In this build, man, it fearless shot blocker, clears glass with ruthless authority, punishes defenders at the rim. Big factor on the offensive glass. People are going to see edge enforcing rim runner, and they're going to be confused when you're shooting out the gym on this thing. So let's go to the Capbreakers now.
Okay, I don't need yes men right now. I need you to be honest. Actually, I'm trying to go hoop in the city for a little bit. But hey,
Alright, so here we are at the Capbreakers with this build, and again, if y'all ever want jumpers or help with like jumpers and animations and stuff, let me know. I can start adding those into the videos, or I can make videos based off of the requests y'all have. So just let me know if you ever decide you want, you need help with any of that stuff. I can help y'all out. But this build goes crazy. He gets 89, 91, 93, 95. It gets a 96 driving dunk. You can get that mid-range and 3-ball up. Maybe you go to 84 3-ball if you want better shot animations, because I do know 83 limits you to what you can really do with your jump shot, but there's good jump shots for this anyways. And they're fast. They have good grades with immunity and height, speed. You can get pretty good ones. Yeah, man, first thing, 5 Capbreakers right to that 92 rebound. If you want to get that 90 offensive board, feel free to put that up. 93 blocks, probably what I would be going for. But to get that 93 block, you need 85 vertical. No, you need the 77 interior D when you get to 93 block. 83 vertical is enough for the 92 block for the chase down. But to get the paint protector for the gold badge, you need 77 interior, 93 block. Other than that, you could juice up your pass act if you wanted to, get up to a 56. You could put that ball handle up. It goes pretty high. I know it gets to like a 61, 70, a 71 speed with ball, and it gets 57 plus 6 is 63 plus 9 is 70. It gets an 80 ball handle. So this build actually could ISO. You could be able to make it into an ISO backend, which would be pretty good. But again, man, I'm going after that block after I'm first thing defense rebound. I'm going after that 93 block because that's what I'm trying to do my back end. Later on in the year, we can worry about making it an ISO B or whatever, but maybe even get that driving dunk up at least to an 89 for Aerial Wizard Hall of Fame. So you got a lot of options to this build. You could juice out the layup. You could juice out the close shot. You could get a crazy post game. You get some standing dunk. I mean, you can do a lot with this build when you get the Capbreaker. So do whatever you want with that, but get that 92 rebound first because it's gonna really help you. And now let's go to that 6'8". All right, so here we are with that 6'8", and again, it's gonna be the same 3-ball at 83. I'd like to get it up higher, but I want that 94 steal. I want that to be an option, so we're going down on the weight too. Again, just to get that 92 rebound, that's enough this year for the back ends. And the reason I like this build is because we can go absolutely insane on the defense with it if you really want to. Again, I like the other builds a little better because I don't think you need this much perimeter D on the back end because you're not guarding the ball. But it's good to have, and it's way better for switches if you do want to do it this way. What I'm going up to right now is just a 91 steel. I'll probably cap break to the 94, but we'll see how it looks after we make this build here. Again, so I'm going with the 83 3 ball. And then we got to give it a 75 free throw, bare minimum to start out, right? And then we're going to max out the D rebound to 87. And then we're going to go crazy with the speed and agility, right? So, and again, we're going up to that. We want that 91 strength. We don't need to go 92. Unlike the real locks, I go 92 strength because I like that movable enforcer on red with the 94 perimeter D. But we can't get to a 94. It stops at a 93, unfortunately. So you could go up a little more if you wanted to with the weight, but you're going to lose your rebound at a 92, and that's essential on the back end is rebounding, right? So, but we're going to go 91 strength for that movable enforcer. We also get brick wall gold, which is nice, and then you get we're going for that 83 vertical, right? And then after that, I mean, you can put some finishing on it. The way I'm making this one, because he's like a really comp one, it's just lock, lock, lock is all it's really supposed to do. So we're gonna go low on these stats. Sorry, I'm just making sure I got everything lined up. That way we don't waste any bad attribute points. And I'm probably just gonna put the rest and try to get that 76 O board. And then put the rest in free throw. If you want to go 85 speed, 80 agility, and then 75 free throw, you might be able to get. You're not gonna be able to get much. I'll probably go 74 interior and free throw. And this probably how I'd make this build. Again, this build is like it's just a spot up a lock. Its job is to play defense, and it can help on switches really well. And that's why we got the speed at the 85-80. If you want to go up a little higher, I'm sure you could knock down that free throw to a 75, and you can get the 86 speed or 81 agility. So maybe I would even do this, and then you could do one cap breaker on the speed to get it up, and then that would give you the speed and agility you need to be really quick on this build. But this build can do it all. Again, it'll close out crazy on boards with a 92, especially if you +1 or +2 that to Hall of Fame or red. But again, we get the 91 steel, which we will cap break to 94. So my top two priorities if I make this build is first 5 cap breakers to D rebound 92. Next 3 are going to steel. After that, we'll worry about other stuff. So let's see what we get for the comp on this build. And again, this is a really fun build. This build will be really fun, and this build could play in any game mode. You wouldn't even have to worry about it. You could be at the 3, the 4, the 5. You could even be at the 2, as long as you're not the 1 because you got no ball hand. But yeah, perimeter D, steel, strength, all A's. Again, the only problem really is the playmaking and the finishing. But again, this build is a lock that can shoot. That's what it's supposed to do. And it gets rebounds. Obviously, we can't forget the rebounds as the back end, right? But it has the ability to really lock up. If you have this build, you have a good OBL, and you have a good hash lock, it is going to be really hard for teams to score if they don't know how to break down zones and break down defenses and get people and force people to get open, because these 3 builds would be absolute problems on the court. I wish that I made this build, but the way I play this game and with the people I play with, they trust me enough to let me make my own buckets when we need them. So that's why I made the 610 build. That was the first build in this video, but this would be the build I would make if I didn't have that 610. The 6'9 made my boy. I would go with the 6'8, but the 6'9 fits his playstyle a little bit better too. And it fits our playstyle with the cuts and everything. So let's go to those cap breakers for y'all.
Okay. I don't need yes men right now. I need you to be honest. Actually, I'm trying to go hoop in the city for a little bit. But hey,
All right, so here we are with the cap breakers on the 6'8 back end, and again, we got that first 5, 92 defensive rebound. Please, please, please don't cheap out on that defensive rebound. Don't go, just get the 92. It'll just do a lot of favors. And then the 94 steal. I mean, if this build is what it is, it's just going to be defense and rebounding and shooting. Let's fully commit to that defense, right? Let's get that 94 steal. You could get up to a 79, 80, 84 O rebound if you want to waste cap breakers on that, but 76 is enough. I mean, you're going to get your O boards when you get them, especially with the rebound chase you have on, and 76 is high enough. And maybe go after that 86 steal, or the 86 speed, sorry. But you could put some on free throw, but you could get, you can be able to ISO on this build too. I'm pretty sure this build goes up pretty high. It goes up to 61, 68, 77 speed with ball. It goes up to 60, 77, 82 ball handles. This build could also ISO down the road with cap breakers too. But you can get a 68 and 12s. an 80 drive and dunk. So actually, that's probably what I'm going for is the 80 drive and dunk. Be able to cut and get aerial wizard gold, get those lobs. You know, I mean, just to be able to finish at the rack a little bit. You could really juice the layup up to, 48 plus 16 is 64, 70, 75 layups. So you could get some finishing on this build. I really would just avoid it though. I'm just all about that defense and maybe able to ISO. Um, create some shots off the move. But yeah, I mean, again, you guys do whatever you want to do on this build. But yeah, so those are my three meta backend builds. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all, if you use them, you get a lot of fun out of these builds. I can speak off of from personal experience that the first two I showed you are fun, and I know this one will be. Just look at those stats, right? So, hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and hopefully toss me a sub. Thanks for watching.